One thing you don't want to see from a tennis shoe is too much mobility. I recently tried this shoe. It's an Amazon brand of some kind, runs about 70 bucks, and I really liked it at first because it has a wide enough toe box for your toes to actually splay a little bit. Great, we love that. Interestingly enough, it's also not very rigid torsionally. I can even bend the shoe this way without much struggle. The fact that the shoe can just twist this way so easily actually makes it really unstable for aggressive lateral movements. Anything from hard cuts left or right to sliding stops might want to grab the shoe at the bottom in such a way that the rest of the shoe kind of twists over that friction. Take a look at this diadem shoe. Also wider than the average tennis shoe. We love that. It's quite a bit stiffer, but torsionally much stiffer, which is actually much more stable. And I can't, even with all my strength, bend it this way. This is the Frankwork shoe, another pretty stiff, rigid shoe laterally. Good stiffness this way too, while also maintaining a proper foot shape and a very innovative strap design. You can get 15% off of this shoe and this shoe with my links in the description. So while this almost makes the cut in every single way for me, the one absolute killer is the fact that it just isn't torsionally stable. For anybody designing a tennis shoe, I think maintaining a proper foot shape is actually the smartest thing to do and lean towards something that's more zero drop than not. But I don't think the hyper mobility of a barefoot shoe is something that you want to implement, because how is the shoe going to stay on your foot and upright and stable when you're making aggressive lateral cuts, sliding left, right, forward, etc. The thing about tennis is that the movements aren't necessarily natural. A lot of the movements and running patterns are heel strike based, not toe strike based. But here's an interesting example. This is the 0x1, a properly foot shaped and zero drop basketball shoe. Despite being quite mobile, this shoe is so locked onto your foot. This shoe actually wraps around the top part of your foot so well. I think that is so largely why this shoe is so stable. It's also very low to the ground, but there's no wasted volume in here. A lot of the times you put your foot in a tennis shoe and you have room above your toes in the toe box often. And maybe in other places, it just doesn't really fully hug your foot, whereas the Zero shoe really does. Zero is doing something really clever and right with this design. Interestingly enough, the fact that it can get into this position more easily means that running forward and getting onto my toes is much more effortless with this shoe than something like this, where I almost have to overcome the rigidity of my shoes to start moving forward, which is part of why thicker shoes have this curve to it. It's called a rocker, and that introduces some of the mobility back into a shoe that doesn't naturally move like this. So between all the shoes that I have here, you can take the right notes and probably create the perfect tennis shoe. And I wonder who's gonna be the first to do it. But for now, the best of what is available out there, I have coupon codes for in my link tree. Check it out.